Yeah, let's roll.
The Tour de Pub is a social bike ride.
In the Hunter Valley?
About 76 kilometres.
My ass hurts so much.
I think it's a good family fun day. It's an event that we started in 1983.
This will be the 36th tour.
I've ridden about 25.
Started my record of 22 consecutive tours.
It's on rain, hail or shine.
We've had about 65 people on one ride, I remember.
Tour de Pub to me is a celebration of bikes and beer, basically.
Camaraderie, spirit of the road, freedom.
Camaraderie and a bit of community.
I just think it's a really nice coming together, camaraderie of achieving this ride.
It's all about fun.
There was a small group of friends.
We started with 4 people.
They just decided to go for a bike ride.
It was a pretty hot day. We dropped into a few pubs.
Kept riding and came upon another pub. About lunchtime they started to think this was extremely funny and said, ha ha, we're on the Tour de Pub.
It involves pink shirts.
We decided that we'd have pink t-shirts. Back in those days it was a rather funky colour and blokes didn't wear pink.
We weren't afraid to wear pink.
So we sort of wanted to be a little bit, I suppose, anti-establishment. Used to be a rather wild and woolly old affair.
There was more drinking at that time.
In the early days, people were not as responsible as we are now.
We arrived at Jeff's house and there was all sorts of things going on. A pot of food in one corner and joints being smoked in another, and I think some people were having sex in the hallway. But
now we're a lot more civilised.
anything went, and basically you were riding the next day no matter what.
I started in 2016 and there was none of that.
A bit more civilised nowadays.
Yeah.
I think the most memorable tour moments have been the tours that have been hard, pouring down rain, freezing cold, gusty winds, very, very difficult conditions to ride in. Yet people who cycle sometimes very, very little still come to the tour and they tough it out and they make it, and that gives them a really good sense of achievement.
Where have we come from? Canberra.
People from Sydney, Canberra, Brisbane, friends of friends.
I'm from Holland, so I've always ridden bikes.
We're from the ACT, Australian Cycling Territory.
Hi, I'm Fabian. Originally come from the Netherlands, but came here to join this Tour de Pub. Crazy things happened just right now. I fell over, my tire got flat and I just fell off my bike. So the stag wagon, it came after us and picked me up, because otherwise I should have been walking for a few miles. I hope I can attend the next leg, because I don't want to be out of the tour. I want to finish this tour today. It's important today. I love it.
Ballad of the Tour, a ballad that I penned one night that's been repeated at every pub before we leave. And it jumped upon their pushies with a thirst unquenchable. And barman cried, they'll drink us dry today. The feeble voice is, one feeble voice was heard to cry, long live the bloody tour! Long live the bloody tour! But now that's open to interpretation, however theatrically or whatever they want to do.
Long VO2! Long live the bloody tour! Long live the bloody tour!
Long live the bloody tour!
Long live the bloody tour!
Long live the bloody tour!
Long live the bloody tour!
Met my lovely wife on the tour, the pre-tour party at my place.
I'd only recently moved to the Hunter Valley. I was living with another girl and these people rocked up and said, hey, come down to a party at this guy's place down the road. There's a big party on for this Tour de Pub.
And they brought the woman who was to become my wife.
There was singing and carrying on. It was all lots of fun. Jeff took me out in the backyard, which could have been a worry in itself.
So I didn't waste any time, cracking onto her.
He showed me this old postie bike with no gears, and he tried to convince me that I should ride 70 k's in the rain on this bike with no gears with the flu. And I had never really ridden a bike much before in my life. Dad, Jeff, gallantly offered to take me out for bike rides. Part of his evil plot.
We have these awards.
The best awards, and they're hilarious.
So this is the Dirty Laundry Award.
A bit like a miniature Academy Awards. And we induct people into the inner sanctum.
Okay, inner sanctum, 5 years consecutive service. Reward for that commitment.
Inner sanctum status you acquire when you ride 5 tours in a row.
You need to do 5 consecutive tours, and that's hard because we're all so busy, but you have to do 5 in a row. Like tonight, someone who went to the Seoul Olympics as a cyclist is going to get the inner sanctum. It's bizarre that he's excited about that, and he's a guy who's an Olympic cyclist. I've been waiting for years for this. I've never had someone who was an Olympic cyclist kneel down to me. The 1988 Seoul Olympics as a cyclist. But this is obviously his proudest moment. It's great on a bald head.
Bow before the poo bar and he has a flashing red light.
You're illuminated by the red rear parking light. You get a lovely pink tube wrapped around your neck. You don't get hung or anything with it. You know, ceremoniously draped is probably better. Draped is good.
Terrifically good fun, but it's all tomfoolery.
One feeble voice was heard, now drink.
But we take it seriously.
Yeah, that's the way.
That's the way.
The Criterium is a place to learn how unfit you are.
Criterium is a race.
It's about 11, 12 Ks of just go hell for leather and see what you can do.
I've only won it once, and you know what a terrific cyclist I am. It's highly competitive.
I've been on the top of the podium many times. The young fellas are kind of taking over these days.
Sefton's won it a lot. The last 4 years, my money's on Sefton.
Yeah, I'll predict Steph, but I'm going to try it as hard as I can to stop him. You've done it, Sefton. Congratulations, my man.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, well done. Very well done. 5 in a row. That's huge.
Spend their steers for home. Their drunk pubs dry, as they flew, their bellies full of foam. The cry went up, the hunter! And to that pub they flew. Their legs were tired, their throats on fire, their brain cells now but a few. And from the pile of empties, that the thirst of tea may cure, one feeble voice was heard to cry,